show, the fast 5 things you need to know. We'll start your day off swirly, it's the toast. I sound amazing.
Welcome back to the toast and happy Tuesday. Wow, that's like early in the week.
Things we did got to Tuesday.
No, I woke up today, I'm like, oh, Thursday. We've earned it.
Jueves, baby.
No, Martes.
Just a little old Martes for you, but it's an exciting Martes.
Oh my God, so much to talk about. Like, first of all,
Martes.
Jackie and I soft launched our new merch collection. It's a small little drop we're doing. It's tomorrow at 10 a.m. Eastern time at shoptoastmerch.com. In the spirit of Mother's Day, we always want to be shouting out our mamas. I know we have so many. Okay, not me doing like a Heil Hitler.
I was
shouting out, by the way,
what do you
I
want
was
to be
shouting
doing?
out. I was shouting out the mamas, but I did like encroach into Heil Hitler territory. And for that, I apologize because that's not what I was doing. What I was trying to do was salute our mothers. Okay, so sorry. We have 3 merch pieces dropping tomorrow, Wednesday, 10 a.m. Eastern time. 2 of them are for the bebes. So we have a little boy onesie. This is like a green and a blue. It says Toasty Bebe, and there's a little bear hosting his own podcast.
You know how much that bear means so much to me, this talking
He's talking
bear.
about very interesting things on his podcast, okay? And
you
then,
know
of
what
course,
he's saying, Claudia? He's saying, you will love it.
That is what he's saying. Of course, we then had to make for the swirlies in pink, same little number. This is a size 6 month, but it goes from newborn to 24 months. So we've got all the swirlies.
So put your 2-year-old in that.
And then, yeah. And then, obviously, we didn't want to leave the mothers out themselves. So we're bringing back an old classic, the Toasty Mama Tee. This is an extra large. I haven't put it on my body yet. I feel very superstitious about it.
Yes.
But this is what an extra large looks like if you're curious. And I'm showing all the items on YouTube if you're listening as a podcast. Shoptoastmerch.com, 10 a.m. Eastern time. Cute little collection dropping. Just a small batch, you know? So make sure you set your alarms.
Small batch, enough cheese and crackers for 8 people.
For 8 people, yeah.
And a token of our appreciation for the Toasty Mamas.
Couldn't have said it better myself. Seriously.
So that's very exciting. We've been enjoying ours. And I do love my t-shirt. And stay tuned on our Instagram for more premium content of said items. Even though, like, yesterday we posted and then everyone thought, I don't know, you were...
It was a pregnancy announcement. The twins.
Like, of twins. Like, or
I wish.
Did they find a second girl baby for you in your belly?
You know, I have heard on TikTok that happening at, like, your 35-week appointments, like, the whole time there's been another baby and they're hiding. I did actually go to the doctor yesterday. I can confirm, solo traveler.
For now.
For now.
Ooh.
He does give the vibe of the type of baby who ate his twin, you know?
Yeah, but I guess you never could discount it, but that's not what we were saying yesterday on our Instagram.
No, we're just trying to respect and appreciate the mothers. Is that so hard
like we were just
for people to understand?
Like a girl onesie and a boy onesie.
Yeah.
And show them off in like a pargylicious way.
So that's exciting. I actually wrote down a couple of things that were exciting that I needed to talk about.
You know what I didn't talk about that was exciting to me, and I can't believe I didn't talk about it because it's my whole personality, was that I got my new car this weekend.
Oh, you didn't talk about it. That is weird.
It was such a big part of my weekend. I spent so much of my weekend talking about it that I guess I had felt like I had moved on. But then I got in my car yesterday after the show. I'm like, oh my God, I didn't even tell anyone about brand new Tessie.
That's how I felt when I got on my phone and I realized I didn't tell anyone that Alex Earl commented on Zandra's post. And it was like, it was really crazy.
I meant to make it a story for you.
That's okay. I just meant to bring it up as like kind of the one remaining champion of these 2 women individually. And this is the first and maybe only sign of life from these 2. Alex commented on Zandra's photo from Stagecoach of Zandra looking like fire flames. And Alex, I think, just wrote like hot or something.
Like oh my God. No, there's been a rapprochement.
Yeah, I don't know. Like this
didn't happen in a vacuum.
No, some people are like, well, see, there was never anything wrong. No, there was.
They spoke. They buried the hatchet.
And I'm such a fan of these 2 reconciling that for me, it meant a lot. So that's kind of what I did this weekend. I can't believe I forgot that in the weekend catch up yesterday.
Yeah, no, like it's just so crazy how quickly you can move on from things that are so important to you. And I just want to say like my new Model Y, which is what I went with, the new version of my old car, like it's just everything and more. And like everywhere I go, people are like, it's like I was at the playground and a 12-year-old was like, is that the new Model Y? I'm
Not
like,
the 12-year-old.
Why, yes, it is. Everyone,
oh my God,
like, knows, and they're
you
like
have a Nintendo Switch, like
no, it's like so sick. I valeted the day I got my car, and they were like, "Is that the new Model Y?" Everyone's talking about the new Model Y.
That feels good.
I was like, "Yes, why? Yes, it is." I just picked it up from the dealership. I had such a pleasant experience, so I'm feeling really good about that. And like, I feel with my last car, like I just expected to like dent it and like destroy it because it was my first car. In my
You
whole
did
life.
dent it.
And I did dent it. And like, I don't know, I just didn't take as much pride in it. But like now I feel like this is my new whip. Like, up, get your feet off the seats. Like,
that one like had training wheels. Like you were really
true.
learning to drive, but now you can like treat your car with respect.
I'm treating it with a lot of respect. I am.
I'm proud of you.
For now.
The craziest thing happened to me last night.
It better be the craziest thing.
It is. I'm out to dinner.
Where?
I leave the restaurant.
Raphael's?
No, but I'm glad you brought that up because it's relevant, okay? I'm out to dinner. I walk outside. It was very hot in the restaurant. So like me and my swirlies, we were chit-chatting a little bit outside before we went our separate ways, you know, sort of ending the night. And I just look to my right. Who do I see?
Kenan Thompson.
Crazier. My husband. And I was like,
Same but different.
We both exited separate restaurants. I knew he was going to dinner with his parents. He knew I was going to dinner with my friends. We didn't like coordinate where we were going. So we ended up eating at on the exact same block at the exact same time and leaving at the exact same time. We didn't even coordinate going together. Like we literally left the apartment together and we went like I walked, he took a cab. Like we literally went separate ways.
You took a cab even though you were going to the same destination?
I did walk, yes. I left really early because I wanted to walk, and I took like literally 25 minutes to walk 15 blocks.
And he took a cab that distance, or he went to his parents first or something?
Maybe, I don't know. But like we
that would be
left
a
the
really
apartment.
bad look. The pregnant woman could walk.
It was a little chilly too. But we left the apartment at the same time. I didn't see him arriving at the restaurant, but what are the odds that we would be leaving at the same time too? Do you know how disorienting it is to like look to your right and see your husband in the wild and walking out with a woman? Now it was his sister, Maddie, my Malcolm sister, so it's fine. It was
fine.
I don't know. No, I'm kidding. It was so disorienting, and I'm like, Ben? And like it was kind of like a movie. Like everybody in the streets was also like, "Oh, this is a moment." You know, we all sort of froze in time.
Where did you eat?
I ate at Bella Blue, which is on the same block as Raphael's, which is where Ben ate.
I saw his story that he ate at Raphael's, and
which is like a Papa New Israeli spot.
And I saw all the food, and I was like, I wonder if Claudia ate this. And then he was like, you went to dinner. So I'm like, Raphael's.
Claudia was next door housing pizza and pasta. Oh my God. And like I ordered really like well, you know, like I ordered well.
Different than your usual?
A little bit, but I was like splitting a bunch of like fat things with my pregnant friend. And when we were ordering them, like, you know, like you're very conscious like of your order being big, you know, like I'll have a whole pizza and a whole pasta. And I realized like I do this thing when I'm like being particularly pregnant. I'm so self-conscious of people not knowing that I'm pregnant that I'll hold my stomach when I'm being fat. Like, or if I'm walking really slow in the street and like people give me looks, I'll immediately put my hand on my stomach. It's kind of like a defense mechanism. So when the guy was like, do you want the pizza and the pasta together? I put my hand on my stomach. I'm like, yes. Yes, I would.
Yes, we do.
Yes, we do. Yeah, because we are, two.
There's
correct.
two. So he'll have the pizza. I'll have the pasta.
I'll have the pasta.
We might.
Correct. Maybe we'll split.
We might go like bite for bite, but
right.
He's really into the pizza.
So I ate really well. And then I saw my husband. It was so crazy.
Did you go home together?
We did.
Okay, good.
And do you feel like that story lived up to the hype of me saying the craziest thing ever happened to me last night?
Yeah, that's pretty crazy.
It was.
But I think it also just goes to show like how similar you guys are. Mm-hmm. You know, that even the cadence of your meals is tempoed at the same time.
So true. We're so simpatico.
You venture to the same neighborhoods. Like, and so I think there's more to it than just random coincidence. I think you guys.
It's more cosmic than that?
It's more, you guys are more interconnected than you think. You're on the same like biological clock of meal time and meal end.
Well, that's so true.
Yeah. You guys are also clearly the dominant leaders at each table who can determine what time the meal shall end. Because some people like to sit there.
To be clear, that is 100% my role. When the dinner is over, I do not dilly-dally. These days, yes, because I'm just uncomfortable in chairs, but always. Like, when the meal is over, like, let the meal end. Why do we have to add 20 minutes to the end of the meal that make me hate the whole experience, you know?
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of, like, calling it when it's over.
Yeah. Well, when you're with, like, your day one homies, you can do that.
Yeah, it's different also if you're cocktailing it up. Okay, like we could sip on our cocktails. But like, no, it's a weeknight. A lot of my friends have children. Like, we had dinner.
No, when you're
Let's
with the
go home.
OGs, like, and people that you love, you could just be real. Like, nobody wants to sit around for this. But when you're with kind of like strangers or acquaintances, like, everybody has to be polite and nobody wants to be the first to be like, let's call it.
Correct. Or like even ask for the check.
Yeah.
So what I like to do is go to the bathroom when it's time to get the check, and I flag down the waiter and be like, can you bring the check over? So it looks like the waiter just presumed we were done.
Yeah. And he's kicking us out. Oops.
Yeah, I'm like, oh, this place is so tacky.
Let's leave.
Yeah, let's just pay and get out of here. We have a busy show today. We have Dear Toasters.
We have such a busy morning. We have such a busy show. We are dealing.
The DTQ is getting fed. Don't worry. I've heard your cries. It won't happen again. I'll never prioritize myself ever again. Victim energy. And I'm happy to hop too if you are.
I'm happy to jump in because we've got much to discuss for children in the Fast 5 stories that you need to know.
And the Fast 5 stories that you need to know are brought to you by, excuse me, I have a little product here, Spritz Society. So Spritz Society, as you guys know, award-winning spritzers that you can now grab at your favorite flavors in 40 states at Target, Jewel Osco, Harris Teeter, GoPuff, or our website, spritzsociety.com. So as you guys know, Jackie, our family, we started this company many moons ago, and as of this month, we've officially gone nationwide in Target, on GoPuff. We are so excited about it. If you haven't heard, Spritz Society is an award-winning cocktail company found by the Swirlies for the Swirlies. They're wine-based, colorful, effervescent, and absolutely delicious. We've won USA Today's Best Canned Cocktail 3 years in a row for good reason. And now that we're nationally expanded, it's been a dream come true. There's so many fun ways to get spritz. Obviously, going to Target is always fun, you know? Like, why? Do we need an excuse to go to Target? No. Are we already there? We're picking up spritz? Great. But now also on our website, spritzsociety.com, in certain areas, you can get 60 minutes or less delivery on spritzsociety.com. In addition to our national retail expansion, you could shop Spritz Society in select markets for delivery in 60 minutes or less. Also, if you use GoPuff in your area, which I do, literally I did this morning, I needed milk for my cereal. We're on GoPuff too. Like, it's just been a dream. It's been so exciting. We have so many fabulous flavors. The one I just held up is our pink lemonade flavor, probably one of our top selling flavors that we created in collaboration with Lauren Bostic from the Skinny Confidential. We, of course, have our lemon iced tea that we created with our king, Craig Conover. We have our pickle flavor that kind of shook the community. Head over to spritzsociety.com/toast to find a store near you, and be sure to follow Spritz on Instagram for all the exciting announcements and upcoming events. Spritz Society is now available everywhere. Today's episode is also brought to you by BetterHelp. Mental health awareness is growing, but there's still progress to be made. 26% of Americans who participated in a recent survey say that they have avoided seeking mental health support due to fear of judgment. Well, when people hesitate to get help, it doesn't just affect them. It, of course, impacts their families, their workplaces, honestly, their entire communities. So the Mental Health Awareness Month is this month. Let's encourage everyone to take care of their well-being and break the stigma. The world is better when people are healthy and happy. And BetterHelp has over 10 years of experience matching people with the right therapist. From their diverse network of more than 30,000 licensed therapists with a wide range of specialties, BetterHelp is fully online. It makes therapy affordable and also convenient. They have served over 5 million people worldwide. You can easily switch therapists at any time for no extra cost. There's so many things to love about BetterHelp. I think the affordability, the accessibility is great. I love that if you find a therapist that you vibe with, you can talk to them in whatever medium is most comfortable for you. So if you want to hop on the phone, if you want to do video chat, or you literally want to text, like, you can talk to them like however you feel comfortable. Also, sometimes when you get matched with a therapist in real life, like, it takes a couple of times before you find the right one. Like, it's just not a personality match. Like, everybody's a good therapist, but, like, you know, it's more personal than comedy. They make it so easy and not awkward to switch on BetterHelp. It's like so much more convenient. So visit BetterHelp.com/toast to get 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/toast. We're all better with help. I like that.
That's beautiful, Claudia.
Today's episode is also brought to you by Quince. Mother's Day is approaching. Let this be a sign, like, if you're being a bad daughter or son and you haven't bought anything yet. Or husband, yes. Mother's Day, like, is kind of slowly approaching. And mothers are very difficult, you know. They love to be like, don't get me anything. And then they get mad when you don't get them anything.
Mothers are difficult. Okay. No,
well, yeah, they are.
No,
and I just think that Quince is a really great option when you're looking for something fabulous, luxurious, but also affordable for the woman in your life. So everything from Quince is super high quality. It feels very thoughtful, and it's actually really affordable. So don't overthink it. Mother's Day, head to Quince. They've got cashmere sweaters. What mother wouldn't love to wrap herself up in a cashmere sweater? I have one from Quince. It's fabulous. It's stylish, and it wears so well. I've had it for many years. But the cashmere sweaters from Quince start at $50. Okay? They have 14-karat gold jewelry, Italian leather bags, fragrances, and more. The best part about Quince is that all their items are priced 50 to 80% less than similar brands. they're able to do that because they partner directly with the top factories that are making these like fabulous items. So they're cutting out the cost of the middleman, and then those savings are passed on to you, the customer. So you end up paying, 50 to 80% less than something of similar quality from a different brand. Of course, Quince only uses factories that use safe, ethical, and responsible manufacturing practices, plus premium fabrics and finishes, which we love. We shop at Quince all the time for like everyday wears. Trousers I have cardigans, I have cashmere sweaters, but it's a really nice gift because you know it's made really well. It's pargy, but you're also getting a good deal. You're not taken for a ride. Like, why do you have to buy someone a gift and get taken for a ride? Thoughtful, timeless, and totally her. Shop Mother's Day at quince.com. That's QUINCE.com/toast. You'll get free shipping on your order and 365-day returns. Quince.com/toast for free shipping and 365-day returns. Quince.com/toast.
Thank you, Turt.
You're welcome.
Our first story, Beyonce kicks off the Cowboy Carter tour with her daughters, Blue Ivy and Rumi. And TMZ is reporting low ticket sales, actually, which is surprising.
Yeah, I feel like I've been seeing a lot of stuff about Beyonce low ticket sales. And I feel like every time, like mostly a woman embarks on like a stadium tour, they said it about Reputation, they're always like low ticket sales. And then it ends up being fine. Like I saw videos, sometimes it actually doesn't end up being fine. Like,
Katy Perry, Jennifer Lopez.
Perry, Kim Petras. I don't know if you saw that Kim Petras thing. She like definitely overbooked. Like she overestimated the venue sizes for her last tour. And people were like on TikTok showing like day of StubHub and then like showing empty seats in the arena. Like sometimes that does happen. But like for the most part with these like super famous artists like Taylor, Beyonce, like people are going to the concert, okay?
Yeah. Well,
now, I think the cultural impact might be a little different, you know, when you compare like Beyonce's Renaissance tour and all the hype for that. I didn't know Cowboy Carter was starting last night. Like it's kind of quiet.
Cowboy Carter was starting. I'm realizing now that she didn't do a Cowboy Carter tour yet. I thought like maybe there was like a break. She was like picking the tour back up. And no, this is like a whole new show.
Right, no, she did Renaissance for the last album, then released Cowboy Carter, and now is Cowboy Carter.
Long ago, Renaissance.
No, she's moving quickly. Maybe she has bills to pay.
TMZ has like the shadiest article about her, and I don't know if they're always like shady towards her, but
read it.
They said that she's struggling to sell tickets. Fans are saddling up with jokes. There's more than, for last night's kickoff show, the opening show in LA, that there are more than 3,800 tickets up for grabs. Resale prices have dropped to $20.
By the way, that's not a lot.
3,800?
In a 70,000 person stadium
for the opening night.
And by the way,
of
are
the
they
album of the year?
Are they open on Ticketmaster? Or are they being resold?
Unclear. They did say resale prices dropped to $20.
That happens the night of, but that's very low. Yes, that is low.
Yeah.
If you're looking for, okay, I want to see. I'm looking up her tour. 4/28. That was last night. Okay. 5/1 tomorrow or 3 days. Mm-hmm. Her next show at SoFi. Let's go on Ticketmaster. And let's see what's going on.
Let's see.
Oh, my.
It's something there.
There are tickets.
On Ticketmaster?
On Ticketmaster.
That's crazy.
There are resale. Obviously, you know, that's like the pink button.
Of course, Taylor Swift has resale. Everyone has resale.
But then the blue button.
So there
are but this is what I'll say. There are tickets.
Would you say there are?
There are resale. You know what? There aren't a shit ton.
L.A.?
Yeah, no. There are tickets. Yeah.
Would you say there are tickets?
I kind of would.
Yikes.
I find that shocking. Even though, like, maybe it's because her album was, like, such a departure from her usual stuff and she wasn't, like, fully embraced by country. And then, like, her OG fans maybe aren't into country. So she's in this, like, middle ground.
But that didn't stop it from becoming album of the year.
Yeah, but album of the year doesn't really have anything to do with...
Well, that we know.
With like with sales or reception or fandom. So tours are really indicative of that. Like how do people want to show up and spend their money?
If you're a huge Beyonce fan and Cowboy Carter wasn't your favorite album,
you would still go.
You would still go because she's going to play the other songs too.
Right. No,
especially
1,000%.
if she like knows that her fans didn't love Cowboy. Like, of course, she's going to cater it towards everyone.
It was interesting to see how she is incorporating other swirlies besides Blue Ivy. I have wondered long about the twins, right?
Yeah.
What is the other twins' name?
Sir.
Rumi and Sir, yes. So it's kind of Rumi's
Big Night.
coming out party. What is her debutante affair?
Yeah, and Blue Ivy was dancing like more than ever. She had like solo dance moves because on the last tour she came out like with the dancers and she participated in the show, but now she's like getting her own dance break.
She's a very like skilled dancer.
She is, and it's so fun to watch, and like it's such a great. It's a great use of Beyonce's platform to like give her daughter this big
1000%. I love that type of nepotism. Honestly,
love, and I think I'm sure the fans like die for it. I'm sure like it's just so beautiful.
And we never see Rumi. We never see Rumi. I didn't even know what she looked like. She looks just like Beyonce.
Super Bowl with Jay-Z. That was the like first time we saw her recently.
Yeah, maybe so. Like they're slowly rolling her out.
Yeah, rolling out Rumi. I didn't see Rumi dance, and I saw her hugging her mom, but she's also so young.
She was just there, like being swirly and waving. I think she's too young to take on like choreographic responsibilities.
Yeah, to be a part of like the team.
She was just sort of nestled in her mother's bosom while her mother sang a beautiful song.
It was really beautiful, and Blue Ivy was also nestling,
dancing behind.
No, yeah. She was like hugging them. It was really sweet.
Shaking that thing,
having fun,
having
with her
fun.
Family.
No, the sales is definitely interesting.
Yeah. And the fact that we didn't even know Cowboy Carter tour was kicking off or happening. Oh, we did see. Oh, remember in January, she had her big announcement that she was going to announce her announcement?
No, I knew there was a tour, and I've been seeing people on like Twitter complaining, like people who waited in line on Ticketmaster paid full price, like dynamic pricing, and then seeing like seats in their section going for like $100, like, but they paid like $600. Yeah, so I've seen like a lot of people love to complain about like Ticketmaster things. So I knew Beyonce's tour was happening because of that.
Because people were complaining.
Yeah, people literally live to complain. Like an artist can do anything they want to make it like a peaceful process, and there's just going to be complaining. So that's what I've seen. I'm like,
they complain when there's no tickets on Ticketmaster. Now they're complaining that there are too many tickets on Ticketmaster.
I'll be curious to see if like what happened to like Katy Perry, Kim Petras, like will like that type of content will find me, if there'll be like videos of empty rows or.
I don't think Beyonce's fans will do that to her.
Me neither. And also I think that like when the first night of a tour and like videos start to come out, the Blue Ivy, the Rumi, and then just like
buy
beautiful
tickets. Oh, when's it coming?
It's
to
a
my
marketing.
Town? Yeah.
Yeah. So I do think it's sort of an issue that might resolve itself, but it is interesting to see perhaps the impact or like influence of this particular era just not hitting.
Yeah. Yeah. Well,
I don't know. I'm seeing a lot of stuff from Katy Perry's tour, and I know it's like everyone's freaking. It's making me want to go so bad. It's the most effective form of marketing. I must see
even
this circus
like
in real life.
Like being the robot and stuff. Or
I am so obsessed with Katy Perry in not a positive or a negative way, but like in a genuinely like I'm so interested in her. She's such a freak. Like,
well,
I need to see this show in the realest way.
The way I feel is I feel like as, you know, a society and a country, like we pride ourselves on like not bullying, right? Like we're not bullies and bullying is bad and
bully is like a 4-letter word.
Cancel the bullies. Mm-hmm. And like we are actively watching the entire country bully Katy Perry. And whether or not like I'm into her at the moment, like that just feels wrong. No?
I know.
And it feels like it goes against everything that like we've been taught. And that people are always being, don't be a bully.
And, you know, it happens a lot where like people become like the butt of a joke on social media. And there are multiple ways of like handling it. Sometimes they handle it really well. They roll with it. And like, even if it's not genuine, they like laugh with everyone, right? Because it's like kind of the only way to survive. Katy Perry is like not doing anything. She's sort of like letting everyone bully her and then like crying about it on stage.
And then also like then acting even weirder.
Right, like giving people more like, has she always been this weird, or are we just noticing?
I think she's always been a little weird. Yes,
yeah, quirky.
But like it was hidden behind like better songs
and like major success.
Yeah,
but when the success started waning, and then you just saw the weirdness of, you know, Bon Appetit.
Yeah, but
the weirdness stuck around. The success did not.
But even like when she was on American Idol, like her weird comments would get pulled. Mm-hmm. But now she cannot say one thing without it being weird.
No, I do feel bad for her.
I feel bad for her. It just feels like objectively wrong to like have everyone bullying this one person. She's just a human being.
I agree.
Are you ready for our next story, which is some exciting romantic news that has kind of taken the world by storm?
Exciting romantic news that has kind of taken the world by storm. What is it?
BJ Novak. Dating.
Oh, it has taken my world.
Dating.
They're
calling her TikTok star, but she is also a real star.
She is a very real star.
Because I know her, Delaney Rowe. So she is the girl who makes videos where she pretends to be like an insufferable main character in a rom-com.
You guys definitely know her face if you don't know her name. She's like so classic.
She's so classic. She makes the funniest videos. I feel like I'm always, whenever I see them, I always like repost them on my story because they make me laugh. She's really like
She's extremely talented.
Yeah, she is. And she's dating BJ Novak. He's 45. She's 29. Works for me.
Yeah, no, I know it's like technically a large age gap. She's so wise beyond her years. I'm not worried about
Only
her.
someone so smart could make the videos she makes.
I also love that, like, obviously, this is a romantic relationship with her, but when you're in the public eye, like, who you date raises your star. And, like, I want her to be famous. Like, I want her to book real roles. Like, she deserves, it's very rare that somebody, like, blows up and they're so talented, right? Like, she writes these sketches. She's a funny actress. Like, she's very talented. So if BJ Novak is a stepping stone in her career, I'm here for it, too.
Yeah.
I don't, like, die for BJ Novak the way, like, people do. People have, like, huge crushes on him, you know.
I don't have
They're like
a
his
huge
crush
on him. I don't die for him because I didn't watch Mindy Project or The Office.
He wasn't in the Mindy Project. He's just friends with Mindy, but okay.
Right, but maybe if I watched Mindy Project, I'd be obsessed with Mindy and then I would die for BJ.
I'm obsessed with Mindy. And like I give zero thought to BJ Novak. Like he's just not my guy.
But this makes me like him because like he obviously is a man of taste.
Yeah, he sees quality.
Yeah, and it's like I wouldn't expect BJ Novak to date an influencer, and he wouldn't. But like to date the acting influencer, the comedy actress influencer, like if you
she's also very beautiful.
Right.
She's like she could also be a model. Like she's like
That helps.
super thin, tall, beautiful, luscious brown hair, like porcelain skin. She's literally gorgeous. She
No.
could be a model.
Yeah, she does like fashion stuff too. But
Yes.
anyways, like you couldn't write this any better. I could have spent all day thinking of like the perfect couple of A-lister and Reels Queen, and I would have never thought of this.
Completely agree. And I don't know either of them personally or really like all that well in terms of their personality. I just do feel like it's a good match.
No.
Personality wise.
They're going to live happily ever after.
I absolutely love this. You'd love to see like an internet swirly kind of getting plucked from the gutters into Hollywood A-list, and for it to happen, it couldn't be happening to a better person. I've actually met her once at the Dear Media studio. She was like on someone's podcast, and I was just like, oh my God, you're so funny. She was so nice and so pretty in real life. Like, I'm really happy for her.
Me too. And I'm happy for BJ that he gets to be around her.
And I'm happy for me because this is such a great story, you know? Like, I love talking about it.
It is. And it doesn't happen often when influencers and traditional celebrities date, but it's always monumental when it happens.
And it's more often than not flipped gender roles. It's usually like the famous celebrity woman dating the internet reality star guy.
Yep.
Sarah Hyland, Gigi Hadid.
Nick Viall and January Jones.
Allegedly.
No, he confirmed it.
Did he?
I got the feeling he did.
Oh, he confirmed it in my dreams.
Vis-a-vis feeling.
He emotionally confirmed it.
I just feel like when he came on the show, we asked him and like he gave a knowing
Did we?
look. I think we
I
did.
mean, we are so funny.
We're brazen.
We're insane. Who would ever come on our show?
Who wouldn't?
Literally, biggest podcast in the fucking world. No, we're really sick. I mean, who wouldn't come on our show? We're so funny.
You would have so much fun.
You would have I mean, you're not invited. We don't really have guests, but you would have a blast.
Claudia's maternity leave. If you're like a famous person listening to the show, spots are booking up for Claudia's maternity
Jackie
leave.
is booking up quickly. However, if you are famous and interesting, reach out.
If you're famous, interesting, and interested,
Yeah.
reach out. You could even DM
Send us
me.
a message.
I'll see it. There's a check mark. Don't DM the toast. We don't check that as frequently as you would think.
No, and every time I do, I'm like, we've got to check this more.
No, it's amazing.
There's like so many money-making opportunities in there. So like celebrities. I've got it. You know, I never check. And literally the last time I checked was over the summer, literally in August. We're sitting by the pool and we had a message from Amy Schumer. I'm like, what are we doing? And that was the last time I checked. I have to go check again.
Yeah, no, it makes sense why people would tag the toast, but like, we don't. Yeah, we'll be better about that. Anyways, reach out to me.
We'll be better.
Reach out to me if this sounds like the
Or
job
me,
for you.
if you want, I'll get it to Jackie.
Sure.
Says both of us.
Sure, yeah. Are you ready for our next story? Mm-hmm. Martha Stewart is shocking Kelly Clarkson by saying she's never ordered food delivery. So this story is funny for a number of reasons, because Martha admitted she doesn't order food delivery despite being an Uber Eats spokeswoman. She was in the Uber Eats Super Bowl commercial with Charlie XCX, and she was in another commercial for Uber Eats.
In Uber Eats' defense, you can also get groceries on Uber Eats.
With Matthew McConaughey. Like, in Uber Eats' defense, like, I don't care.
No, the thing is, I'm really not looking for like cohesion and authenticity when it comes to like Martha Stewart's brand partnerships.
When it comes to Martha Stewart, I don't care. But like Charlie XCX was also in the Super Bowl commercial. And if she said like, I've never ordered delivery, and then like they pull up this commercial, I'd say like, liar.
Inauthentic. Yeah, Martha gets a pass for literally everything.
For everything.
I also just don't care, you know? I'm more shocked, like, logistically. Of course, I never thought of Martha Stewart as the type of person who typically orders in. But to have never once, like, what, you weren't, like, holed up once and you needed to order a pizza? Like, nothing?
She says she will go out or she will not eat.
That's really crazy because she's been to prison. So she ate prison food.
And she won't eat delivery.
What was it?
What does that say about delivery?
A lot.
She's not wrong.
Her next spokespersonship should be for DiGiorno.
Yeah.
It's not delivery. It never is. It's DiGiorno.
Yeah. I feel like this is a great way. She probably squeezed Uber Eats for all the money that they could. Maybe she even knew like the partnership is over. Now she could do so many other things now. She could do like Home Chef.
Mm-hmm.
DiGiorno,
one of those billion-dollar
Blue Plate
home prepping, like what are they called? Meal prepping, meal kits,
meal kit.
Yeah, like Home Chef.
Factor.
They should snatch her up next. Those companies have a lot of money.
Put me on Bose's show.
Actually, I had a Bose idea like 3 seconds ago too about DiGiorno. So
that was good. Maybe we could be a team for Bose's show.
Oh, by the way, they would love us.
We'd be unstoppable. By the way, Claudia did admit on the Patreon twice, but not on the show, that she thinks After All, I would be good on Bose's show.
Yeah, no, I was wrong. I take it back.
Now
I'm sorry, and I should have said it.
You saw what I was talking about myself. I guess you just
I should have said it on the show. No, I don't, because your marketing is so subliminal, very Josie and the Pussycats.
Because I'm so much more than just a marketer.
Correct.
But Martha's a queenie.
Big time.
Especially for never having ordered in. Like, that's authenticity. Aside from the Uber Eats commercial.
That's restraint. I think a lot of us wish we've never ordered in. It's never like the most amazing food. It's convenient. It's easy. Sometimes it's cheap. Like, it's not like the most amazing culinary experience, but sometimes it's like, I don't want to cook. I don't want to go out. So it's like the easiest way. So the fact that she's never given in to like just what's easy, that's shocking. Mm-hmm. Her restraint is something to be admired.
It is. It is. Are you ready for our next story?
4? Yeah.
A little JoJo Siwa update, because JoJo Siwa has come off of Big Brother, and she and Chris Hughes are revealing their relationship status after Celebrity Big Brother UK.
So we hadn't talked about this on the main show, but there's like something major going on in Celebrity Big Brother UK. JoJo Siwa was one of the contestants, and fans were very quick to notice this like very...
we talked about it on Patreon.
Yes.
Okay.
This very kind of touchy, lovey-dovey, close friendship relationship with a man named Chris Hughes. Now, JoJo is obviously a lesbian. We know this for a couple of years. And she just wasn't acting like one, right? And at first, I think it could have been explained away. I definitely thought, I'm like, it's fine. Like, I didn't think much. But the more it progressed, and it, like the hugging and the hot tub, and it was a lot. The show came to an end. It came out that JoJo has a girlfriend this whole time. JoJo's girlfriend and her have broken up.
A them friend.
Okay. JoJo and her partner have broken up.
Kath.
Them friend.
It's they?
Yeah. They're no longer together, which obviously sparked rumors even further. And now we've had all these questions, right? We're just watching this feed. They don't know that the world has become fucking obsessed with them. And now they've said it.
And then JoJo did say, she was like, I'm not the L anymore. I'm a Q.
Oh, right. No. Yeah. JoJo was having a conversation on the show with someone. And she was like, you know what, this whole time.
Not with, okay, so like Chris Hughes is the guy she's been flirting with. He is straight. He's from Love Island. Then she was talking to someone else. Don't know his name.
And she said, like, she was just, they're having a nice conversation being like, this whole time I thought I'm lesbian, but I really feel like I'm not. I think I'm maybe more queer.
Yeah.
And people were, guessing what that meant. Now, obviously, it could have been a direct correlation to Chris because she's having feelings for a man. So it was a lot of moving parts that really all led to one conclusion.
Yeah. Well, before like this week, you thought that maybe it wasn't about Chris, that maybe she was just like attracted to more non-binary people, not just women.
I had seen people explaining, being like, well, maybe she's not in love with Chris. Maybe what she's saying is that a lot of the people she's attracted to aren't identifying as women. So does that make you a lesbian if your partner is they?
Right.
So maybe that's why she said she was queer. Maybe it's not Chris Hughes related, but it could have been Chris Hughes related.
And so I think it is Chris Hughes related, and she's attracted to more than just women because she is attracted to Chris. So they were asked about their relationship now that the show's over and they're doing press. She said, obviously we're close. Obviously we're tight. He said it's just a really strong bond between two people, which is just a strong friendship. And I think you can have like a soulmate friendship. And to me, it's like that energy of where it's not like the standard friendship that you have with your friends. But, it's still a friendship and it's just nice.
No, for sure. But what about like all the hugging and kissing?
I think they're on their way to dating. I imagine this is a very confusing time for them. They just came off a show where they're literally like lab rats and the whole world was watching them. She's figuring out her sexuality. She just broke up with her friend. So it's not like she's going to jump into a new relationship. Right now she's leaning on her friend, Chris Hughes. And then I think in a few months they will be dating.
Or not, or just being in that house all cooped up together, gives you ideas. And then you get out in the real world and you're like,
it's camp goggles.
Correct. So there's a chance that they date, but there's also a chance that they don't date. And I don't think it has anything to do with them not being attracted to one another. I just think it could be a result of the experiment.
The Big Brother goggles. I agree.
Right. The BBG.
Though I'm looking at one still photo of them and looks to be in love with her. And he also looks handsome and
he's very handsome.
So, why not give it a spin?
You're in the house. What else is there to do besides fall in love if you're a young, eligible person?
Win the game. Conspire.
Sure. You want to get all serious about it.
Channel your energy towards victory.
Yeah. The stakes are less high when you're a celebrity Big Brother. I think it's for charity, Well, obviously the stakes are high for charity. But, when it's regular Big Brother, it's life-changing money.
Yeah.
So you can't be bogged down by relationships. But people go on Celebrity Big Brother because it's popular and it makes them famous and talked about like we're talking about right now. So,
but I also imagine once you're in it to win it.
I mean, it also depends on your personality type, right? I know if I was cast, I would be such a fucking crazy person, I would win.
No, same. I'm so competitive.
I would have no friends.
Go on it because I just wouldn't want to see that version of myself.
Everyone in the house would hate me. I can't help but once I'm not interested in playing. But then you got me in. Oh, bitch, I'm gonna win.
There's literally nothing more to do. I'm not gonna fall in love with Chris Hughes. So
everyone would hate me. I'd be focusing on how I can make a poop in private because that's definitely a concern. Mm-hmm. But other than that, I would have to win.
In it to win it. And who did win?
Correct. Doesn't even matter.
Let's ask our third co-host, Chatty.
Who won this season of Celebrity Big Brother UK?
Do you have the app on your phone or something?
I do. Do you not?
No, I always log in on desktop.
This is going to be a spoiler alert. So just if you're watching. And...
Wait, is the show over? Oh, yeah, because someone won. We're ready. Spoiler alert. Here we go.
Hold on.
Or not.
The winner hasn't been announced.
Oh, maybe they just got kicked off.
Oh, maybe the show's still going on, but those two are out.
Cool.
Because the 2025 season concluded, though, on April 25th, 3 days ago. However, as of now, the winner of this latest season has not been publicly announced. That's weird.
Excuse me? What kind of show is this?
I don't know.
What kind of business you in?
That's confusing.
And imagine how Kath feels. Tuning in every day to see their girl.
We're talking about Kath, so that's a win for Kath.
No, to slowly watch your partner fall in love with
drift
someone
away
else, and you're like, hey, what about me?
Yeah, what about us?
No, I'm sure Kath is enjoying being talked about, but she literally had to watch in real time her partner move on from them.
I can't explain how I oddly don't feel bad for Kath.
I just was looking at pictures of Kath and JoJo. And I feel a little bad for Kath.
I think JoJo has really toxic bad taste in women, just
so
based on
Kath's
the little
a bad girl, bad
just person. based on the like limited knowledge I have of JoJo's relationships, there's like always drama and like always, and I just feel like she's not being like instructed. Like she needs a dating coach, you know?
Yeah. Okay.
No, I'm making generalizations.
Do you think that like Chris Hughes would be a good choice for her?
I honestly don't know enough about Chris.
I haven't seen anything really bad about him. Like when people talk about him, they're like, "Oh my god, he was the best." Love Island
yes,
UK.
Right,
he's
right.
So
no,
great.
he's kind of beloved in the UK.
Yeah.
And Big Brother, Celebrity Big Brother UK is a very important show to me.
Because of Gemma.
Pretty much, I would let Gemma know that she is a fat cunt, and the shoes that she gave me were not the type of shoes I would wear. They were old maiden type of shoes, and she said that those shoes were meant to be worn on a beautiful woman. So if that's the case, she should have put them back on the rack because she was not qualified to wear those shoes. And I think Gemma's just a disgrace to women who are actually beautiful. Somebody lied to her several times and told her that she was fly, hot, and sexy and beautiful. And she's nothing like that. She's nothing of the sort.
Nothing of the sort.
Nobody has ever been read to filth so disastrously and on a whim. Like, you know, New York Pollard.
It's just like a confessional you just fart out.
Yeah. Yeah, she didn't prepare any of these remarks. Like, it just flowed out of her like vomit. And it's so
eloquent.
Brilliant. Mm-hmm. She should have put him back on the rack.
She should have. Imagine if she had, we wouldn't have had that moment.
So true. I'm glad she didn't.
Are you ready for our fifth and final story?
If it's our fifth and final story, that's brought to you by Booking.com.
Yeah.
Every time we have ever used Booking.com to find a place to stay, we know, just even before we go on the website, that they are going to have exactly what we are looking for. Because they have a huge variety of options. They've got hotels, they've got vacation rentals. We know that we're going to find exactly what we're looking for. And we've really found that Booking.com has something for everyone. So if you're like a beach-obsessed person who's looking for a really specific type of hotel that has like swim-up bars, or you want to do like a kid-friendly hotel, or not to be rude, like maybe a kid-free hotel,
well,
you can really
couple swipes in these ad breaks.
I'm just saying, like maybe you're a dink.
Yeah.
And that's not how you want to be spending your trip. Like, sorry, everybody has needs, and that's what Booking.com understands. You have very specific needs when you go on trips, correct? Mm-hmm. You need kid-friendly hotels that provide cribs, hotels that are just like family-friendly. Mm-hmm. And whatever type of trip you're planning, I feel like every trip is so different. Like if you're going on a girls' trip, obviously you need totally different vibes, different hotels, different like attractions nearby. So no matter who you are, Booking.com helps you find a stay that's ridiculously right for you, especially in the States. If you're looking to book a trip in the next couple of months, highly recommend using Booking.com. You're going to find exactly what you're looking for on Booking.com. Yeah.
Thank you.
Can I get one more?
Booking. Yeah. Lil Jax.
Today's episode is also brought to you by Primal Kitchen. Let's talk about real food for a minute. We all know we should be eating more real whole foods, but seriously, who has the time to make everything from scratch, especially down to like your sauces, your salad dressings, your condiments. Reading ingredients is just so time consuming. That's why we love Primal Kitchen and their condiments. They have nailed the perfect combination of high quality ingredients and delicious flavor. So your meals will taste as real and homemade as it gets. They're not just made from real ingredients, they're also made for real food eating. So some of their best-selling products are like OG condiment staples that you don't realize like have terrible ingredients, the ones that you use. So their buffalo sauce is really, really popular. Their no dairy ranch dressing. They make real organic California grown ketchup. It's unsweetened, so there's no high fructose corn syrup, cane sugar, artificial sweeteners. Once you realize like everything on the door of your fridge is made of crap, you're gonna slowly start swapping out. And Primal Kitchen is just a brand that you can trust. Their stuff tastes good. Like, why should we have to like give up delicious tastiness for health? You don't have to, because Primal Kitchen understands like we still want to eat well, but we also want to eat well, if you know what I mean. If you're all about real food, but you need a little help making it exciting, you got to try out Primal Kitchen's condiments and sauces. They're made with real ingredients that we love. They're your secret weapon for making easy dinners of just protein and vegetables taste amazing. So head to primalkitchen.com/thetoast to save 20% off your next online order with code TOAST at checkout. That's PRIMAL kitchen.com/thetoast, code TOAST. Primal Kitchen products are also available in stores nationwide. So visit primalkitchen.com/thetoast to find a location nearest you.
Thank you, Coach de la Woj de la Soj.
You're welcome.
Next, fifth and final story, a little choose your own adventure on Betwixt Two Stories.
Oh, okay.
A little influencer news or a little mothering news.
Influencer.
Okay. Pregnant Lele Pons slips and falls twice.
Oh my God, this gave me such a pit.
During her gender reveal for her first baby with her husband. How do you pronounce his name? Guyana?
I don't know who he is.
He's a famous person, a rapper.
Good for her.
Yeah. So,
guys, she had like this big extravagant, like kind of one of these, almost like a stereotypical influencer
like a
gender
huge
reveals.
gender reveal. They were like on
it was like this big stage,
and it was like Nickelodeon slime type theme.
Either half the stage was pink,
shoes.
half the stage was blue, and whatever slime
And
came out of which
and friends
side.
were standing under the pink and the blue, and then they were going to drop.
Lele was on the pink, her husband was on the blue. Like it was really split.
They were going to drop the paint of the color of the baby of the gender.
She's wearing heels.
She's wearing heels. So they drop the pink paint on the family. It obviously gets on the floor just like, Nickelodeon.
And she's so excited. She like jumps up.
She makes her next move and she starts slipping on the
almost
paint.
like a cartoon. Like when you
yeah. Which is extra. Like, it's not just like, oh, she slipped. Like, it's just like scary because she's pregnant. Like, this is a pregnancy.
No, it gave me such a pit.
Yeah.
There are certain gender reveals that are like famous gender reveal videos, where it's like the mother-in-law comes and like hugs the son. Like there's a million. I feel like this is going to go down in history as like one of those gender reveals.
For sure. And I'm sure that like that's what she wanted for her. I mean, it's a huge gender reveal and she is like, this is what she does is like make viral content. And as long as she's okay, which I do think she was okay. She never hit the
She's
ground.
Fine. She never hit the ground.
It was just a little like wobbly and a little scary. But
that happened to me last night. I slipped getting out of the shower. It was so scary.
Gosh.
I know. I like wanted to yell at Ben so badly, but it was I was one who made the floor wet. It was all my fault.
I just feel like he should be cleaning up the floor after you when it's wet.
Or like leave my slippers out for me. Like
what about a bath mat?
We have two.
What about a third?
I know. We need to carpet our bathrooms.
It's true. I'm sure
I thought
overall
when you were
she's
saying,
happy because it's like gone so viral.
Yeah, and that's like literally how she pays her bills. I thought what you were talking about influencer drama. Are you at all following like the keto girls Ozempic thing?
No.
Okay, let me tell you. You probably have seen this girl. Her name is Janelle. She's a nurse, but she's a big TikToker as of a few years ago. She invented like the bell peppers with cream cheese and everything but the bagel seasoning, like that trend.
Okay. Janelle,
and so,
nurse.
Do you know her face?
I'm going to have to give them more information. Nurse
TikTok.
Hold on.
She's like a mom. She's still a working nurse.
Janelle Roner?
Roner,
okay.
yeah.
No, I don't know her.
Okay. So, but you are probably familiar with her cultural impact, the boats of cream cheese on bell peppers.
And I didn't know that was like,
she started
a thing. I just thought people eat like things. But okay.
No, like that was her. She like brings these like weird, crazy snacks. She's always been keto. And then her keto snacks like went super viral. Now she does like macro or whatever. She's like a diet person. And she's always been like very healthy looking. I would say she probably had like a normal like 10 to 15 pounds to lose. And she was always like actively trying to lose that. She was always
trying to lose weight. Okay.
Yeah. And then like a year ago, like she started to lose the weight.
Ozempic.
And well, she had said that, she actually wasn't doing keto anymore. She was doing macro and she had all these amazing recipes. And she started selling her like course, right? Like here are my macro tips. I don't know what exactly was in the
where
thing
you like
that
weigh
you bought.
the food. I know what those are.
She sold like a program. And she, for as long as we've known her, like this kind of stubborn weight that she hadn't lost, she did. It wasn't significant loss, but it was like, I think a lot of women relate to that, especially women with kids. It's like those last 15 to 20 pounds that like just will not go the fuck away.
Yeah.
So I think her program was actually quite successful. Then she decided, and there has been like whispers about her being on Ozempic. Like it's not a big deal if you're on Ozempic.
Just because she like lost the weight and she
after all this time.
But she also switched to macros.
Right.
It could be explained.
Now, she did then very strangely voluntarily share. It's not like she was exposed. She shared that she, as a part of her like working with this new doctor, like a couple of months ago, the macros, they switched to macros and they also, got her on a GLP-1. She just sort of like, brushed up, got her on a GLP-1. The interwebs, like they freaked. Now, like the running line is like, of course, like we don't care if you're on Ozempic, but like don't sell us your program. And like, while I agree, like you can't lie, like sell a weight loss program while also being on Ozempic and just not sharing that. It's like, no, suddenly everyone's fine with Ozempic. Like, we're fine with it, but your program.
You're not fine. But if the program like actually is designed to help you lose weight, really,
I
what's
think it's
the problem?
perhaps if it worked for her, I think it might be designed to help you lose weight in conjunction with a GLP-1.
No, but you said the program, like imagine people got the program and no one's losing weight. It would like that would be the headline.
Right.
But
The
you
thing
said it's
is,
very
it's
successful.
it's a very misleading way to sell something when it's like about like this is the program I did. Well, it's like a major part of what you did isn't included and not being shared.
Brooke Wyndham. I was
So
getting
Jackie,
liposuction.
yes, it's Brooke Wyndham.
She's Brooke Wyndham.
Jackie,
And by the way,
she's
I stand with Brooke Wyndham.
She's getting fucking eviscerated. She's now offered refunds for her program. Yeah. So much so that like when I was at dinner last night with my friend Margot, who like doesn't know anything like about the internet, like she was like, did you hear about Janelle? And I was like, I did. I don't have a horse in this race. This is not my plate, literally. I don't know. I just feel like if you're buying a weight loss program from an influencer, I mean, because she is a nurse.
No, and it's like, it's a good program and it's a healthy way to live, right? Like if you were enjoying the program and like, I understand why it's deceptive, but
Right.
it's not like she was like, giving you Caltine bars and you're gaining weight and you think you're supposed to be losing weight. Like you're following a program that's designed to be healthy.
The science is the science.
She accelerated her weight loss with GLP-1. So could you.
Slay.
So could you.
Rowe.co.
Rowe.co. Like, I understand why it's deceptive and people want like complete honesty and they want to see like your person's insides when they're an influencer. But like, she sold a program for healthy living. That's what you bought. You liked it until you found out something else about her. It's like, I could see why people are making it a huge deal. But if you take a step back, like, it's a program for healthy living. Like, macros, go off.
Shall we dive into Dear Toasters?
We shall.
Okay. Our weekly advice segment every Tuesday. Jackie and I try to help out three swirlies in need. Feel free, if you ever need advice, write into us. These are all real submissions from real listeners. DearToasters@gmail.com. That's the email you can write into. Or you can head over to our website, thetoastpodcast.com. There's a little submission box when you scroll down. It says Dear Toasters. It's totally anonymous. All right, ready? Mm-hmm. Let me get to the top. Okay. Hey, swirlies. Hey. I've been dating my now boyfriend for almost a year to the day. He's wonderful. Our relationship is 30, flirty, and thriving. Background, I gave up social media for Lent. So when I got back on, I was suggested a local micro-influencer to follow. I discovered that it's his ex-girlfriend of 7 or 8 years. We're in our late 20s, early 30s. I then come to discover my boyfriend and his ex are sharing custody of their 2 dogs, and I had no idea. Do I confront him about this? Do I let sleeping dogs lie? I'm shockingly not rattled by this at all, but should I be on a rampage? Thanks. Love ya. Bye.
Your boyfriend has 2 dogs part-time and you didn't know? And your relationship is so flirty and thriving?
I don't think they live together. So I guess like...
They have visits?
Like the dogs are there or, you're not keeping track. I don't know. Somehow she was able to...
dog food? You don't see a dog toy
No, I
at
think
his
she
place?
knows that he has dogs. I don't think she knows that they spend significant time with his ex-girlfriend.
Never one time you went to his house and the dogs weren't there and you didn't say, where are the dogs?
Right. Like, has he been actively lying or keeping this from you? That's an important distinction. I don't love people who are comfortable just like not sharing things. It makes you feel like, well, because you're not sharing this, you're fucking your ex-girlfriend, right? Like the lie is what makes it. There's nothing wrong with sharing custody of your dogs, but lying about it to your current girlfriend, that's what makes it. That's the crime. Of course, it's always a cover-up, never the crime.
Are Tom and Katie still sharing a dog?
I actually think that they are.
That's
too.
insane.
Gordo. I agree. I don't know what the right thing is, and I've never dealt with it. I imagine it's incredibly difficult, but I think, and I feel like we just had this conversation about Caitlin Bristow, right? Because she had all that like dog drama with both of her exes. You have to clean break it, and it's very hard. Like in a marriage, like that's Tom and Katie. And I think they got those dogs together. Tom and Katie, I understand is probably one of the more difficult situations. But like if somebody came into the relationship with a dog.
They're still getting together every few days to exchange the dogs is absurd. More absurd than like one of them. And they have 2 dogs. And so I actually think the dogs should stay together. Though you could.
Split them.
You could split them.
Separate the siblings.
I wouldn't do it Parent Trap style. They'll meet at the dog park one day and say.
Hallie.
October 11th.
Sisters? No, Hallie. Twins.
But you know what? I do feel like in every relationship, like there's the person that should keep the dog.
Right. Like first of all, like the dogs always gravitate towards, like let's say something were to happen between Ben and I. I unfortunately think at this stage, like Romeo would go with Ben.
Rodeo would go with Ben.
Yeah. You're saying Bruno would go with you?
I'm saying Theo would go with you. But Theo like literally became Ben.
Ben is like such an active parent. It's like annoying. I don't even stand a chance with these dogs. Like they love me obviously, and they lay in my lap. But the second Ben sits down, they literally get up out of my lap and lay in Ben's.
Yeah, I think you just have to like rip the Band-Aid off, and you have to. It's painful, but like it requires emotional maturity that like people should acquire.
So, are you suggesting that this particular girl kind of demands that her boyfriend stop sharing custody?
Oh, no, it's not for you to demand as like the girlfriend who's looking to
right.
make her way up
you
in
look
this
crazy.
world. But I'm just saying in general, like this is a practice that's not really healthy.
It's very millennial core. It's really crazy.
It's silly.
But for this girl, I'm glad that you're not upset. I would just be like a little concerned. Any like partner who's comfortable hiding things from you, it's not a great trait. So I would bring it up just for the sake of like transparency. Being like, are you keeping something like kind of major for me? Is like your dogs don't live with you half the time.
Your dogs are gay.
Yeah, them. I feel like the custody situations, it doesn't go on forever, right? It eventually fizzles out.
When does it fizzle?
I don't know, because
When you
Tom
get
and
a new
Katie, I would have
relationship?
expected.
It
like
should
kind
fizzle
of
when you get a new relationship. If at like that is so crazy how much of your life you spend shuttling back and forth to get the dogs. Like I know that's what you do with children, human beings, but like for the dogs.
Some people's dogs are their children. Like it's their life. I get it. I do. And honestly, like we're talking a big game. We're talking a big game, but like let's say Bruno was ripped from your house. Like you'd be devastated. You would.
Of course. Yeah, I would face my devastation.
Well, or you would try to make it work. Especially for people who don't have kids. Like why not?
Because
unless you're on like really,
you to
really
the
bad
past.
terms.
It tethers you to the past and you need to move
or
forward.
if you're on really bad terms, like you can't even see this person.
Well, I would say if someone did something so egregious, then you get the dog.
They don't get the dog.
Yeah.
They don't get the dog.
Yeah, that would make it really clear and easy.
Right.
But like
It's
Katie
situational.
And Tom, no one cheated.
Right.
They grew
And I
apart.
think, Tom just went on Katie's podcast. So like they're actually in a really good place, like friendship wise. So I think it's fine for them to see each other like every week. But it's hard. Like it's emotional too.
Do they have like a plan, like a time when like they would stop
I don't
doing
know.
this? Like what if one of them like gets married and
I think maybe like, dogs don't live forever.
yeah. Oh,
So maybe that's like sometimes you
they're
think like
older
until the end
dogs.
of the dog's life. Yeah.
if they're older, but what if they're young? And then what if you do have kids and then your kids have a dog part-time? And then
Well, I
they
think once you
to
have
say
kids and
goodbye every few
and
days?
your kids love the dog, like you win.
But then the person's left with nothing.
And you know what? They'll have to live with that.
It's devastating.
It is. But a kid
So
wins.
what should you do, Claudia? Face your devastation.
No, I'm saying it's situational. It's completely situational.
It's just
You can't
prolonging
make
an
generalizations.
issue. It's just
Yes.
prolonging an issue, and like you should
Okay,
just.
but Jackie, we are getting off track from this particular
No, but
girl.
it's
How do we help her?
Fascinating conversation.
Does she confront her man about this? Yes, he should not be comfortable having secrets.
Speak to him about the fact that he's doing this and you didn't know, but don't try and get
Like, you
between
don't-
the man and his dog.
Yeah, don't make issue with the fact that he shares custody. The fact that he kept this huge part of his life from you. It's a big thing,
Yeah.
custody.
Yeah. But
I don't know, keep an eye on
how do you
him.
bring it up? I saw your ex-girlfriend on Instagram. No.
Why? Just being like, by the way, the way it happened to her, she didn't do anything wrong. This thing was served to me. I saw your dogs on Instagram.
And do you say your dogs are gay or no?
That's a good question.
Nobody wants to hear it.
You have to say, your dogs are gay. That's what you say. No, you have to talk to him about it. Like, you can't get away with
agree.
lying.
No,
Sorry.
you have to talk to him about it. Use your judgment as to how.
Okay, we have a little interfaith drama.
I'm listening.
One of my best friends is getting married this summer. The man she's marrying is a total pejom. He's Jewish. She's non-denominational Christian. The problem is that she's very against doing the hora at their wedding, even though he told her how important it is to him and his family. She claims it would be offensive to her religion and to her family. She will not even allow her husband to do it on his own. I tried to tell her she's being absolutely ridiculous, and the conversation ended up in a fight. Am I the crazy one? Is this actually offensive? Of course I don't want it to be in a fight with her, but I also can't seem to get over this. Help.
Oh my God.
So
break
for
them
those
up.
who don't know,
Break them up.
we'll set him up with Stitch.
This is
for
her
those who
friend.
don't know-
She said that her friend.
Yeah, the hora is like a dance that's traditionally done at Jewish weddings. It's like a Jewish song. It's just
You
like
all
old
know
klezmer
it.
music.
Hava, Nagila, Hava.
And then you put, the bride and the groom up in a chair. It's all very celebratory. It's really not religious. It's more cultural. They do it like at really all Jewish weddings, no matter how religious you are.
Yeah.
They actually do it at like non-Jewish weddings too. It's kind of become like a wedding thing. Like
You dance
throwing
in
you
a
in
circle.
a chair.
It's very.
Oh, if you've seen Gossip Girl, when they go to the bar, they do it at bar mitzvahs too. They put Blair and Chuck in the chairs at the bar mitzvah. And it's done at all weddings.
All Jewish weddings.
Jewish weddings.
Big, small, Orthodox, Reform.
I feel like if you're entering into an interfaith marriage, you have to be, and one person's like not converting or anything. We're going to coexist like a bumper sticker. You have to be a little flexible, right? This person's like entire, life philosophy is a little bit different than yours. So you have to be willing to mesh. And I feel like the hora is such a non-offensive.
If you're not willing to do the hora, you're literally going to give them like nothing throughout your life.
It's a low bar, the hora.
I am in love with the hora. It is my favorite part of every wedding.
Me too.
It's so beautiful to me. Like Jews have been doing the hora at weddings for thousands of years. It means so much to me, and I don't get like attached to like so many
things,
customs in our like some are. That is like my favorite one. I need them to break up. She's disgusting that you would, and that he has to like beg to do the hora at his wedding when it's like, it's not
so
even,
wrong.
it's like the probably the most like secular thing at this point about a Jewish wedding. Also, some people also do chuppahs too because like they're just aesthetically pleasing.
Pretty arch, right? You don't realize, but getting married under like 4 poles that like create like a little arch is actually a Jewish thing. It's called a chuppah.
Yeah.
But people do it now because it's like aesthetic.
Yeah. So I think she's disgusting. If she's not going to budge on this,
I agree.
then she's not the type of partner who could be in a coexist bumper sticker relationship because this is like a no-brainer. And I think that you should steal her husband. But I also
I don't know if you're Jewish, but you sound like you really respect the faith.
It's true. And I also have to put the onus on the man here. Like if he goes ahead and marries this piece of garbage, well, then
he needs
not
to stand
the guy
up.
I thought he was.
1000%. It's such a small ask, of there's so many Jewish customs at a wedding. Like some of them are really extreme. Like, so for him to just ask for the hora, which is like, seriously, everybody knows the hora. It's in every movie ever. It's like literally not even Jewish at this point. It's like so cultural.
You can make it even more secular by adding like more secular music. Like you could take out the Hebrew, like you could do a blendy hora. You could do a non-denominational, like you could make it work. And she's not making it work. I don't like her.
No, I hate your friend, and I understand like it's not your business, but I love that you're a dog with a bone, like a dog with a bone for this. And I agree. Don't let it go. It's wrong.
It's so wrong. That actually makes me sick.
The horror of this situation. I feel sick.
I feel sick.
No, keep going. Play this episode for her.
And
honestly,
you should go to her soon-to-be husband and be like, isn't she the worst?
Yeah. No, I mean, it really doesn't bode well at the beginning of an interfaith marriage. And I actually have sympathy. I think an interfaith marriage is probably really hard when both people are deeply attached to their religion, so much so that they won't convert or give up. So it requires a great deal of compromise and, listening and learning. And she just sounds like a bitch,
and
honestly.
Open-mindedness. Me be open to your things, you be open to my things.
I'm sure there are non-denominational Christian things about this wedding. Has he said anything? No. You're telling me there's nothing religious from your side, bride?
Well, then if there isn't, then why can't we do my things?
Right. Give the man his hora.
Give the man his hora. I'd say play this episode for her, but we've been so nasty to her. I don't know if she'll.
I know. I think I called her a bitch.
I called her disgusting. I don't know if it'll be well received.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to have the intended effect.
Oops.
Third and final, dear toasters. Hey, swirlies. My boyfriend and I, both 25, have been dating for a year. We randomly got on the topic of threesomes, and he admitted that he has had a threesome and a foursome. The kicker was that both experiences were with one girl. The rest included his very close guy friends. So 3 bros, 1 girl. I was shocked to hear this, as he is a pretty shy person and I wouldn't expect it. Am I crazy to think it's weird to have threesomes and foursomes with your guy friends? I was kind of laughing when he told me, and I definitely asked him if he swung the other way or, has been on the other team a couple of times. It isn't a deal breaker for me by any means. I'm just curious if this is common with guys. I have guy friends as well. I'm 99% sure they would never have sexual experiences with each other. He also assured me that he wasn't hooking up with the guys, just sort of waiting his turn. Anyways, I'm laughing writing this. What are your thoughts?
I mean, there's only one thing to say, and Claudia's going to have to be the one to say it.
Your husband is gay. Oh, I was going to say something else. Like, I do think that like there are definitely threesomes
there
with
a
multiple
husband?
guys. Boyfriend.
Okay.
And they're 25. So I think that like guys can have threesomes with a girl and it not be gay. Like they really just stand around like watching and waiting and they don't like, jerk each other off. Like I think there are non-gay male threesomes.
2 men and a girl There are non-gay
Yes.
2 men and a girl threesomes.
There are also gay
2 men.
man
There are
girl
bi.
threesomes.
There are
Right.
curious.
So I think it's possible like, yeah, your man has no like gay afflictions but the thing is like, it's up to you, like, right? Like, is that something you're comfortable with, your preference? Like, if he is, doing like the more gay type of threesome.
Yeah. And so if they all stood
And she says that she wouldn't mind.
Okay, if they all stood around and waited a turn, there's like 3 guys, 1 girl.
Yeah.
That's just like, I wouldn't want to
It's bad time management.
No, it's like, I wouldn't want to be with someone who would participate in something like that. That's like.
It gives an ick, the idea of like you waiting around watching your friend get fucked. Like, get a life.
It's like, there's just, I can't imagine unless it's Bonnie Blue, like that there's a good way that goes down,
Yeah, it's kind of gross. Yeah. Not to be like, kink
Not
shamer.
to yuck his yums.
No, threesomes and foursomes can be very beautiful, but you're right. If you're just like sort of waiting around for someone else.
Foursomes can be very beautiful.
No, like if they're done properly, but like you're just waiting around like for your friend to be done so you can get your turn on the Ferris wheel. Like seriously, it gives loser energy. Like
I agree. And then like
someone confident would never participate in that.
And I would just need to know, like, at no point in the ordeal, which probably took a while, like did you touch a penis?
Did you kiss your friend?
Did a penis touch you?
I know, because things, during a threesome, they kind of go flying.
Well, not if you're like waiting in the corner for your turn.
Right, like in a chair with your pants down. Like, I just think the idea of it would give me the ick so much. Not like that having a threesome is icky, but like you just like sort of stood there and waited around.
No, the logistics of thinking about how your man participated in this would be enough.
Even if it's not a gay one.
No.
It's kind of worse.
Would be enough for me to no longer be into him.
But based on the tone of your submission, like I wasn't getting the vibe that like you were
and some
particularly
people are
bothered.
more understanding than us.
I wasn't getting the vibe that you were particularly bothered by any of it. I think she was more so just asking, like, is it normal for your boyfriend to have like threesomes with guys? And I want to say, I do think that there is a world in which like there are guys who have had like threesomes, like the Bonnie Blue type, where you just like wait around and that aren't gay. And it's not like normal, but it's common. I wouldn't worry about it.
Yeah, so I would say like, first it's like, there's 2 categories, like people whose boyfriends have had threesomes and foursomes and people who haven't. So like, let's just take away the people who haven't. Let's operate with like, yes, some people's boyfriends have had threesomes and foursomes. Now, what percentage of that group have it with predominantly
guys?
Male?
I'd say 20%.
Okay, I was going to say 40.
Okay, so let's land at 30.
30%. You've got peers.
No, Dr. I. Fox said yesterday the 30th percentile is actually average these days. He did say that. We were talking about like percentiles of like weight and height.
So a doctor is telling you that you are average. There's nothing more I'd want to hear.
Yeah, he said 30% is the average. I said, wouldn't 50% be the average? He said, not these days.
Don't think too hard about it.
Right. So congratulations.
Yeah. I guess it's like, that's like grading on a curve, right?
Yeah, or just like sociologically, the elements, like people are getting smaller. I don't know.
The percentiles are based on like the peers, not about, but maybe they're based on like throughout history.
Evolution.
Historical.
I seriously don't, when they talk about percentiles at the doctor's office, like my eyes glaze over. I do not understand it.
If the 30th percentile is the 50th percentile, then that's, I think, grading on a curve, and then you would get a 50.
Got it. Okay, so you got a 50. Congrats.
Majority rules.
Thank you to everyone who wrote in. We've just so loved helping you and guiding you through this special time in your life. Thank you so much for listening to The Toast, the Millennial Morning Show, where we deliver the fast 5 stories you need to know every Monday through Friday on YouTube. So if you're watching us on YouTube, please feel free to subscribe and give this video a thumbs up. We are also available as a podcast anywhere podcasts can be found on Spotify, iTunes, Stitcher, Public Radio, iHeartRadio, CastBox, all the places. Wherever you listen to podcasts, find us The Toast, leave a 5-star review about how beautiful, stunning, and wickedly talented we are.
Love ya. Bye.